Hello, welcome back to this week's Priestess Rise Up transmission. Welcome. My name is Lisa Espinosa. If you're new to this transmission, these weekly offerings, I'm so delighted that you were led here. And if you've been here before, awesome that you're back. So every week we gather together to connect with our priestess path, to remember it, to activate it, to heal it, and most of all, to rise up together and channel unconditional love, beam unconditional love to ourselves and to the world, and to be part of the midwives that are midwifing the earth, right, into the new paradigm, into the new reality. So, as I was preparing today, I realized that we've been doing, we're here towards the end of the year, or whenever you're watching this, there's been a lot of releasing that's been happening. Last weekend, I did my I led my eighth annual Guadalupe gathering, Our Lady of Guadalupe gathering, and it was so much of the time was spent in releasing, in clearing, in letting go. And before that, in the full moon as well. And I know when the solstice comes next week, there's also going to be this massive releasing, all to make space to receive the blessings, right? To reclaim more of your space, more of your truth, more of your authenticity. That's what it's about. Because in reality, there isn't really anything you need to learn. I mean, yes, there's classes we can take and that might be helpful and useful. I'm not dismissing that. I mean, I've gone through a lot of training that's been incredibly helpful. But in my spiritual training, at its core, the ones that I've really valued, that have really spoken to me, has been the message that I actually have the answers within me, that I'm a divine being and the divine master within me is leading the way. And that what we're doing on this spiritual journey, hello, Kim, is clearing, healing, letting go of all the old programming, all of the wounding, all of the distraction, all of the energy that isn't yours, all the things that can get in the way of that. And particularly on the priestess path, it's not just about accessing our inner wisdom, but it's about becoming that broader channel, right? That wider channel so that more grace and more healing could flow through you. And so today, before we started, I decided to use my Mother Mary Oracle cards by Alana Fairchild and just really tuned into her and really feeling her. I mean, I connect with her throughout the year, but really been feeling her a lot these days, and asked her, like, well, what's the focus of today? And this is the card that came, Our Lady of Starting Over. And I'm just going to read a very, very short part. It says, soon it will be time to leave something behind you. I know that you may grieve this loss, even when you know deep within that it is for the best to let it go. Allow me to nourish you with the courage you need and the realization that this change is happening so that you can flourish and thrive. Surrender your fear and doubt and trust in my unconditionally loving grace. So that line, soon it will be time to leave something behind you, right? And so I feel like for everyone here, you might be here listening to that and you might know exactly what it is. Perhaps you already left it behind. Or perhaps you're in the midst of it or you're gearing up towards it. It might be something like a relationship. It might be a class. I know today was an ending for me in that I had taught my last online coaching class of this program that I've had for 5 years now, really like 7 years, the different iterations of it. It was so special to me and it was time for me to let it go. So that happened today for me. But for all of you, the question is, thank you, Diane, what is it that you are being guided to let go of, to release, so that you can be in that receptive place. And I feel like every transmission I've been doing the last few weeks has been a similar message, but it keeps coming because we sometimes, with this message in particular, we can have such great attachment to certain things or structures. And those attachments can feel very painful to let go of. And so I feel like Mother Mary, when I bring up Mother Mary, it's, not in a religious context, right? It's Mother Mary as the beautiful sacred priestess that she was, the ascended master that she is. And she's coming here to bring a spotlight to whatever it is that is still on your back. That's what I'm hearing. In particular, whatever it is that's still on your back that prevents you or makes it harder for you to share your love, to be the leader that you are here to be a vessel of miracles for the world. Like, what is that thing? And I know, if you were part of the Guadalupe gathering, we spend so much time with that. So it can feel like, oh my gosh, what else do I have to let go of? But that's an ongoing journey. Like, as long as we're human, there's going to be something that we're releasing and we're letting go of. And in this month, with the solstice coming, with the end of the year coming, but really whenever you watch this, I recognize that sometimes, people find their ways to my transmission, 5 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. So whenever you are watching this, the message is still the same, right? There's something that you're being guided to let go of. And that Mother Mary, the Sacred Mother, is saying, trust, have faith. Yes, let yourself grieve if there's grieving to be done. There's no grieving is not a problem. And trust and have faith that something better, more loving, more aligned, a better fit, a bigger platform, a greater door for miracles to flow through, doors of opportunities are coming. That you're not just being asked to let this go and then nothing will come. But there is what Mother Mary is reminding me right now is that there is a space between, right? There's a space between when we let go and then we land on the new. And a lot of times our human ego can find that in between part so uncomfortable, right? It feels ungrounding that we avoid it at all costs. We don't let go. We stay in systems or structures, relationships, jobs, careers for forever, for a long time, because we're so afraid of that in between. Or we let it go and immediately we want to jump to like, okay, what's next? Where am I going to land? What's the thing? And I've seen my clients do this a lot. And I've done this before as well, where something leaves their life. Maybe they've retired or they've let go of a certain aspect of their coaching practice or their teaching practice or their therapeutic practice. Most of my clients are therapists, wellness professionals, or healers in some way. And they've had the courage to let it go. And now their soul's guiding them to pause, to wait, to be in the in-between. And that is so painful because those parts of us are like, that's scary. I want to know what's next. Did I make a mistake in letting that go? What if there is no next? What if I'm going to stay in limbo my whole life? I'm not being productive, all the things. And so Mother Mary is really coming saying, I'm with you in the in-between times. I'm with you in those moments where you're leaping. You don't even realize it, that you're taking a leap. You're not stuck. You're not going backwards. You're not stagnant. You're literally in the air, like the trapeze artist, right? Like you let go and you're in the air. And that other, the other end's going to come, but you're in that in between. And so first of all, Mother Mary's coming here with the message of like, trust that in between. You are leaping. I am here with you. And I'm hearing this message of like in 2023, we're going to all be asked, guided, invited to, encouraged by our own soul, not by Mother Mary. The Ascended Masters are here to support our own soul's mission. So in 2023, there's going to be a lot of that, a lot of letting go of the familiar and taking the leap to the new, to the bigger platform, to the bolder offerings, to more love, to more grace, to more miracles. So we're literally going to be learning how to thrive in the in between, how to even perhaps enjoy it rather than run from it, how to lean into it. And so that's what I'm feeling today with Mother Mary, that she's like, I'm here during those times where you feel like the ground has been removed from underneath you, or where you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm stretching so much and what I used to do isn't comfortable. It isn't a fit, but I don't know exactly where I'm going. I know I'm feeling that in several areas in my career. There's certain things that have felt really like, okay, I know this is clear, but now I'm letting go of this thing and I'm not quite sure where this is going yet. And so I've had to really practice this myself. Lots of compassion, lots of love, lots of like letting myself be with the discomfort. And so if you see the image, right, and Mother Mary's embracing her heart, she's really embracing our heart, right? She's embracing our heart. She's embracing your heart. You know, recognizing how courageous it is to do this work, how much easier it can seem to stay the same. But if you're watching this transmission here live or in the replay, then you're here as one of the leaders. You didn't come to play it safe. You're the boots on the ground, right? You're the frontline workers, right? You're whatever that looks like for you, right? There's no comparison, there's no competition. It can be in front of a camera or it might be in another way. But we came to create the new paradigm, to birth the new paradigm of unity consciousness, of growing through joy instead of suffering. You know, it's an addiction that humanity has, all of us. And so there is this commitment that we take on this path to keep leaning into faith and trust. Keep leaning into your own beautiful soul and higher self, and to the ascended masters that are here supporting you. Our ego will have us lean into what's familiar. Oh, this is safe. This is familiar. This is what I know. But that's not what we're here for. Your divinity has you lean into the next expansion, right? Into the unknown, not in a reckless, dangerous way, but in a heart-led way. So this message of, you know, there's something that you are in the process of releasing. Trust the Divine Mother, for she is holding you. So we're going to go into ceremony now and do just a little meditation to receive, you know, the Divine Mother's grace, and for you to receive some clarity on what it is you're letting go. And maybe you already know. So maybe for you, it'll be just clarity about on some aspect of the letting go. But maybe you're here like, oh my gosh, I don't know what it is. And so when we go into this meditation, this ceremonial meditation, I invite you to let go of any pressure to consciously receive the answer in this moment, right? So just let yourself surrender and relax and trust that, you know, if I guide you to ask your heart, your soul, some questions and you don't hear them now, that's perfectly fine. Your soul is placing the answers in your heart and they will be revealed at exactly the right time. Maybe when you're in the shower, maybe when you're washing dishes, maybe when you're taking a drive, you know, A lot of times it happens in these kind of more mundane moments because we're relaxed and we're not thinking, okay, what's the answer? What am I letting go of, right? Now, for some of you, you have experience with these type of inner journeys, so you might right away receive the guidance. And so, however it happens for you is perfect. But we're going to go within. Hello, Destiny. And we're going to be with that question. What is it that you're letting go of? What is the thing? Because that's what Mother Mary said in the card, right? And if anyone is joining us a little later, make sure you go to the beginning where I share the Mother Mary card that came up. And so let's go ahead and go within. All right. So I invite you to close your eyes and take some nice cleansing breaths. Or you don't have to close your eyes. You can just focus your gaze somewhere where it feels soothing. And take some nice cleansing breaths and connect with your heart and connect with the earth and connect with this moment. And of course, there's a circle of protection and love, unconditional love, surrounding each of you here live, each of you watching the replay, surrounding the whole circle. And I invite you to now bring your awareness to your heart. And if it helps, you can bring the palms of your hands over your heart as I'm doing in this moment. But if you don't need to, that's okay. Just notice if you find yourself too much in your head, just really bring your awareness here, and it can help to touch your heart's temple. And so as you're in your heart, I invite you to visualize beautiful, beautiful golden light. This is a golden light that your heart is radiating. It is the light of grace, the light of truth, the light of peace. All the things that are already within you. And this beautiful golden light is now radiating out in front of you. And as it radiates out in front of you, there's a beautiful path. And you're standing on that path. And on that path, there's a beautiful golden bench under a beautiful golden tree. It's not a gold. You're sitting on this bench under this beautiful tree, under the foliage of this golden tree. And unlike many park benches, this is a very comfortable beautiful bench, golden bench. And you're sitting there under this canopy of this beautiful tree. It's a tree of truth. That's what it is a tree of truth. Really, all trees are trees of truth, but this one is a special one that emerged out of your heart's temple to help you receive some clarity today. And so as you sit under this tree, you're asking your soul, you're asking your heart, what is it that I'm letting go of? What is it that I'm leaving behind? That I'm being guided to end, that I'm being guided to leave behind. For some of you, maybe you already did, and you're just receiving validation on that. Or there's like little, what I'm hearing is like there's little remnants, there's still echoes of it, there's still little parts that you're letting go of. For others of you, it might be this awareness like, oh my gosh, it's time for me to close that door, right? To close that chapter. And so that's what Mother Mary asked, right there. She said, soon there's going to be something that you're being asked to let go of. So ask that question, what is it that I'm letting go of? And as you see yourself closing that door, even if you don't know the details yet, just imagine that you're in this golden space and there's a door that you're closing willingly. You're like, okay, I'm closing that door. And as you close that door, another door in front of you opens. But it's not time to go through that door yet. You're in the in-between. And that's where this tree with this golden bench is. You've closed that door and you see the door open ahead of you. But right now you're in this golden bench under this golden tree. And you're going to receive these beautiful blessings from this tree. They're going to fall almost like these beautiful autumn golden leaves over you. And they're helping to cleanse your energy body of anything that's left from what you're leaving behind. Any old burdens, any old wounds, any trauma, any just like heaviness. It might not be traumatic. It might just be like, whoa, that was just like a lot of work, and I'm just letting go of that energy. And as you receive these blessings from this tree, you're also receiving the integration of all the lessons you learned from that, which you are leaving behind now. And you don't have to list them in your head right now. You're just receiving as these golden leaves fall on your beautiful energy body, on the crown of your head, in your aura, in your heart. You're receiving this activation of integration. So integrating all of the lessons, letting go of the burdens. And you recognize how beautiful and wise your soul is, how loving Mother Mary, the Ascended Masters like Mother Mary are. That they're not punishing you, right? Your soul's not punishing you by what appears to be slowing down you entering through the door. They're actually gifting you. They're helping you to release any remnants, any baggage, receive the integration, so that when you go through that door, you don't have to repeat the lessons. When you go through that door, you are on that other side. You're not going through the door, bringing all the baggage and having to repeat it all over again in some different form. And so next week will be the final priestess transmission of the year, and it happens to fall on the solstice. How perfect. And what I'm hearing is that in that transmission, or you can do it on your own, of course, there will be that transmission of going through the doorway. So take a moment to receive a little more love from this beautiful tree. If there's a question you have, pose it now to your heart. A question about this that is ending. This door that you are willingly closing. And then coming back to your heart. Knowing that your soul, knowing that Mother Mary, that Kuan Yin, that all these Ascended Masters are with you always. Come back to your body, come back to the earth, that your earth connection. Come back to this moment. And we ask your soul, your higher self, to integrate this ceremony and these activations across all 4 levels of your being: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, across all dimensions of time. We bring the palms of our hands together and we bow to each other and our own heart. And we end with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much, everybody. If there's anything you want to share about any of that experience, feel free to do so. I really felt that, I personally was so like, let's go through the door. But really, it was like Mother Mary and our soul was like, slow it down a little bit. Let's get really comfortable with the in-between. And it's just, and I feel like, my invitation to you, which is like, spend some time under that golden tree these next few days. It doesn't have to be a lot. Receiving not just blessings and activations, but perhaps you receive some specifics. There's a preparation that is happening that is very special and sacred. So thank you, everyone. I meant to say this before, the day after well, first of all, next week will be not the last Priestess transmission forever, but for this year, because I'll be taking the next 2 weeks off from them. So I hope you join me. It will be at a different time next Wednesday. I'm not quite sure yet what time it's going to be. So I'm going to look and I will share that in my newsletter. So you'll receive that there. If you want to join my newsletter and you're not part of it, I will put the link to sign up in the description of the video. I also want to remind you that on the Thursday after, I'll have a very special, like the last planetary Priestess Mother Mary transmission, and it's going to be all about activating the light codes. And I know that this is what we've all been preparing for, like all of this release. I mean, when I pulled this card this morning before this transmission, I was like, again? But it was like, of course, again, right? Release, clear, and close doors that are ready to be closed. And go through the solstice and then step into this beautiful offering on Thursday. It's Thursday the 27th at 1 o'clock via Zoom. It's recorded if you can attend live. It's $33. And receive the activations that are here for you so that you are fully activated as you cross the threshold of the year into 2023. So I'm so excited. So I want to go ahead. I think there's a smaller group today, so I think I might be able to pull a card for everyone. So if you can just write in the chat if you would want me to do that, because I never want to assume. So if you can just put yes, I will pull a unicorn card and then we will be done. And I will see you next week. I'm so excited. And Destiny, here you go, Destiny. Destiny, cosmic emerald, create perfect health, access divine abundance. So there you go. You see that gorgeous card? And I should have said this before, but I really feel like these oracle cards, this card that I'm going to pull for each of you, is connected to that in-between time, right? Like what's helping you as you sit under that magical tree? What's the message to help you prepare for the receiving? All right. And then I don't know if anybody else would like a card. If not, that is okay. But I just saw Destiny saying it. So I'm going to pull a card for the group and then we will be done. Okay, Diana is saying yes. There you go, Diane. Diane, I called you Diana. Diana. Oh, I love this. All of these cards are so gorgeous. Cocoon of white light. Rest in perfect love. Understand oneness. Oh my gosh, let me see. Can you see this? There we go. Rest in perfect love. Understand oneness. All right. Jill. I'm guided to share the number 44. I am presence. Expand your stellar gateway. I am that I am. Can you see that? Let me see. I know you have this deck, Jill, so you can look at it. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to pull a card for the whole group, everybody here and everybody who's watching the replay, and then we shall be done. Okay. What is the message for all of us beautiful unicorns as we stand in that in-between with so much courage and so much love? How are you helping us? Oh, love this. Stargate of Lyra. Expand your causal chakra. Enter the unicorn kingdom. Can you see? These cards are so bright. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yes, enter the unicorn kingdom. That's such a sacred message. Unicorns are so pure. They bring such a pure Christ light. And when I say Christ, I don't mean like Christian, Christ, Buddha light. So the fact that they're inviting us, they're saying, enter it. Enter the unicorn kingdom. We are being so supported and loved. All right. Thank you, everyone, so much. It's so good to see all of you. And I hope to see you next Wednesday and next Thursday at that special class to activate your light codes. Suzanne, I just saw this. You did it right at the end, so I'm just going to pull this for you. Soul healing, align with your essence, see your true colors. See your true colors. That's so gorgeous. All right, bye everyone. Talk to you soon. See ya.